Hi, everyone. Today we have Helena Hart, who is a certified life and relationship coach with a master's degree in psychology, an author, and a master coach teacher. She helps people all over the world effortlessly attract love into their lives, and she can get results for you quickly. Whether you're recently single, or you've been single for years, or you're in a relationship that seems to be going nowhere, Helena will help you quickly and permanently turn your love life around and inspire the kind of deep attraction and devotion that makes a man fall in love and want to be with you forever. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me on. I'm really excited to dive into this today.
Me too. I know one of the questions that often comes up with successful women who really, have a goal and they're working towards it, especially even in love, that when a man pulls away out of nowhere, they get a little nervous, and not just nervous, but they may want to do something. And sometimes that may also include freaking out, like with their girlfriends. What should they be doing that can really help ease this and make space? What do you recommend?
That's a great question. That's actually one of the number one questions I get, or reasons why women come to me and are looking for advice. A man was maybe coming on strong for a little while, but then he starts to back off or something happens and she's not hearing from him. Super common situation. I'm sure you hear about that all the time too, right? So what we typically feel compelled to do in those moments is to lean forward and try to make something happen, right? We jump into action. Or we go up in our head, we start analyzing what we might have done wrong, or we replay, the last date or the last conversation, looking for reasons why. Basically, anything that looks like going into your masculine energy, right? That's the part of us that's about doing things and solving problems, thinking, analyzing, things like that, right?
Yep.
And that's a great thing. You don't want to squash your masculine energy down. But in situations like this, what I always advise women to do is switch into their feminine energy. That's the part that's about leaning back and receiving and experiencing the moment, feeling what you're feeling without acting out of those feelings, and doing something that's going to push that man further away, if that makes sense.
So what would that kind of thing be?
Yeah, great question. Yeah, these are big concepts, so I love giving very concrete examples. I would say if a man is pulling away, there's something I talk about a lot called the energy exchange, right? Where if one person is leaning back, the other person tends to want to lean forward, right? Because there's only so much space and intimacy that we can all tolerate in relationships. So when you lean back into your feminine energy, a man, if he is interested in you and if he's a masculine energy man, he will instinctively feel compelled to come towards you. So of course, every situation is different. And sometimes it's hard to give advice to thousands of people, right? But in general, if a man's pulling away, rather than following him and pushing forward with your energy, trying to get him to come back, the first thing I advise a woman to do is take all that energy and focus and attention off of this man and put it on herself and her own life where it belongs, something I always say, and really use all of that masculine energy that you have, that you're using to try to figure this guy out. Use it on yourself to go have fun, go do something amazing, go hang out with your girlfriends or go for a hike, or just do something that's going to get your mind off of this guy. Often that's all you really need to do in order to get his energy coming back towards you again, because of this energy dynamic that I'm talking about.
Yeah, that sounds a great tip for us all to consider. And then it's a lot less energy that we expend too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a natural thing for a man to pull away sometimes. Now, of course, if a man is extremely hot and cold, or he's shutting down and pulling away because he's punishing you, or some kind of unhealthy dynamic, I wouldn't advise you to try to, do some technique on him to try to get him back, right? But just in general, when it's a normal, healthy relationship, a man is naturally going to pull away sometimes to, find himself or individuate, or if he's stressed out about something else. Men are so single focused, and they process emotions differently. Sometimes they pull away just as their feelings are deepening for you, because they need to get some space, in order to process some of these strong emotions. So, you don't want to lean forward and do something that's going to push him further away right when things were starting to get serious. That's just something I see all the time in clients. I don't know about you.
Oh, totally. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And so they can take care of their feminine energy, lean back into it, enjoy themselves with the things they enjoy. And how about in general, how can they help a man be closer to them? Maybe we've resolved the pulling away and the leaning back, and the man's back in the picture. Maybe we're at eight or 9 or 10. We're still in there. We want to make that connection continually. What are things that maybe are secrets that we don't know are the ways to do that?
Great question. And I'd love to just continue with this feminine energy topic, because it's something that I talk about a lot. A lot of people ask me about this because it's kind of different. It's kind of counterintuitive to what we think might work with a man. We're used to like making things happen in life, and that's all fantastic. But when it comes to relationships, the more you can switch into your feminine energy, that's what's going to bring that guy closer. That could look like, getting in touch with your feelings and your emotions and being able to communicate those to a man from a very feminine energy place, where you're not attached to the outcome, or you're not always trying to make something happen or move the relationship forward. Those are masculine energy things, right? Trying to move things along, wondering what's the next step. I know we've all been there, like myself included, right? Most women can relate to that. So as much as you can lean back, experience the moment, receive from a man, be able to receive what he has to give, rather than constantly trying to push things along, the more you can just lean back and experience the relationship, experience the unfolding, he's just going to come closer and closer to you. He won't be able to help it. He might not be able to put his finger on it, but he'll just say things like, there's something about her that's just so, magnetic and intriguing, and he just wants to keep coming closer and get to know you more and more.
I love this because sometimes we think we are focusing on what we're doing together, and you really tapped into something by saying it's how do we want to experience being together. And if we do that ourselves as women, then that might be something a man has not experienced, because other women may be doing the doing and thinking of activities rather than how our presence blends together and combines, and how we are in essence together, which is more of that bonding connection, right?
Yeah, it's so beautiful how you said that. Yeah, experiencing the moments, very feminine energy quality. Planning, scheduling, making things happen, giving constantly to a man, all very masculine energy qualities. Yeah, so just the tiniest shift in this direction can get a woman huge, dramatic results. I see it happen every day, literally. I'm sure you've experienced this as well.